You are finally locked in. A thought is almost finished. Then someone says, "Quick question." Before your mind chooses, your eyes lift. Your body turns. Your attention opens. And they keep talking like they already had permission. No pause. No check-in. No moment where you decide if now is the time. You just stop. And because you stop that fast, they learn something before you even answer. Your focus has no doorway. That is the part most people miss. The interruption does not become expensive when you answer. It becomes expensive the moment your body shows that your attention can be entered without permission. Your screen stays open. Your sentence disappears. Your own thought gets pushed aside. And because the moment feels small, you tell yourself it is not worth protecting. But small access teaches big patterns. Today, we are not talking about being rude. We are talking about one tiny movement that quietly trains people how available you are. The first mistake happens before the conversation even begins. It happens in that instant where someone enters your attention and your body obeys before your judgment arrives. You are reading something, working on something, eating, thinking. Finally quiet for 2 minutes. Then you hear, "Quick question," and your head turns immediately, not slowly, not after a breath, immediately. That fast turn says something. It says, whatever I was inside of can be dropped. It says your sudden thought is now the center. And maybe you do not mean that. Maybe you are just trying to be polite. Maybe you do not want them standing there awkwardly while you finish your thought. So you make the moment smooth. You give them your eyes. You give them your body angle. You give them the open door. But here is the uncomfortable part. People do not only listen to your words, they read your timing. And when your timing collapses instantly, they feel that. They feel that your focus had no lock on it. That is the first loss. Not the question, not the interruption, the surrender speed. Now watch how they read it socially. They may not think, I can disrespect this person. Most people are not that direct. It is quieter than that. They just feel less resistance. The next time, they walk in with less hesitation. They do not pause at the edge of your attention. They do not say, "Is now a bad time?" They just begin. Because last time, access worked, and the human mind repeats what works. This is how your availability becomes a pattern without anyone announcing it. They interrupt once. You turn fast. They interrupt again. You turn fast again. Soon, your focus becomes the easiest room to enter. Not because they hate you, because you trained the doorway to stay open. And this becomes visible in small ways. They talk while your hands are still on the keyboard. They keep explaining while your face is still catching up. They ask the second thing before you even return to the first thing. And you feel that quiet irritation, not loud anger, just the small exhaustion of always being pulled out of yourself. That exhaustion is data. It is your mind noticing that access has become too cheap. This is why the title is true. The faster you turn, the cheaper your focus looks. Not because focus is actually cheap, but because speed creates a social price. When something has value, people expect a pause before entering it. A closed office door makes people knock. A person on a call makes people wait. A serious conversation makes people lower their voice. But when your attention opens instantly, people do not feel the cost of taking it. They feel convenience. And convenience gets used. That is the mechanism. Your fast turn removes the moment where they must respect your current state. It removes the small friction that would have said, I am in the middle of something, so they never have to confront the fact that they interrupted. You absorbed that part for them. You made their entrance feel normal. And over time, the room learns a rule about you. Your focus is interruptible. Your attention is reachable. Your time can be entered mid-thought. That does not mean you should become cold. It means your body should not give away access before your mind has made a decision. Because the door to your attention should open from the inside. So why do you keep doing it? Because fast response feels like kindness. It feels mature. It feels easygoing. You tell yourself, it is only a quick question. You tell yourself, I do not want to make it weird. You tell yourself, it will only take a second. But the second is not the real cost. The real cost is the break in ownership. You were inside your own attention. Then someone arrived. And instead of protecting the boundary, you rushed to prove you were not difficult. That is where many people lose themselves. Not because they lack discipline, because they are afraid of looking unavailable. But being unavailable for a moment is not disrespect. Sometimes it is self-respect in its smallest form. A calm person does not have to turn on command. A focused person does not have to apologize for being focused. You are allowed to finish the thought before you donate your attention. The correction is simple, but it will feel uncomfortable at first. Do not turn immediately. Pause. Let your eyes stay where they are for one breath. Let your body remain facing your work, your food, your book, your thought. Then look up calmly, not annoyed, not dramatic, just deliberate, and say, "Give me 1 second." Or, "I'm in the middle of something. What do you need?" Or, "I can answer that after I finish this." Then stop talking. No speech, no apology parade, no nervous smile that cancels the boundary. This tiny delay changes the whole social read. Now they feel a doorway. They feel that your attention has weight. They learn that interrupting you does not automatically move you. That is quiet power. Not shutting people out, not acting superior. Just refusing to let every sudden voice become your immediate assignment. And if they are used to instant access, they may test the new door. They may keep talking anyway. They may say, "It will only take a second, hold the pause." Because that second is exactly where your focus becomes expensive again. Your focus does not lose value because people interrupt you. It loses value when you treat every interruption like a command. So the next time someone says, "Quick question," do not rush to prove you are available. Stay still for one breath. Let your attention belong to you first. Then decide. Because a person with self-respect does not slam the door. They simply stop, leaving it open.